Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. And I got an idea. Check this out. Aha! Now it's just temporary, but this way we can leave the back of the ship on while we go test out the front of the ship to see if we can gather some ice. And we actually need some ice. Hopefully we can gather it faster than we can use it. And then this also will allow us to test the connect and disconnect system to make sure it works okay. So, let's do this. Let's make this thing happen. The first thing I want to do is go hop in the pilot seat over here and actually fly it up and make that back connection there. Ooh. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and save really quickly because I don't want to have to redo any of that thing I just did. Also, I did some more coloring. What do you think? See the E? See it, kind of? I've always done the stylized E. I think I need to add that to my channel logo. That it's more of an epsilon than an E. I guess from this direction it looks more like a W. Or an M. Or maybe a 3. Anyway, I was just goofing around. I'm liking the way it looks, personally. Anyway, enough with that. Let's reset that view, and then I think from right about here, we should be good. Oh, and we need to turn on the hydrogen systems, because right now, all of our hydro tanks are turned off. They need to be on. Our thrusters are all turned off. I think, shoot, you know what? Before we do any of that, we need to disconnect the, oh, good grief. There should be, okay, connector to MBT needs to be unlocked. Oh, what? Why did the ship do that? Why? Okay, at least that's disconnected now. That's good. But, I thought my landing gear were connected. That should not have happened. Oh well. Let's turn off the landing gear. LG unlock. Okay, now it's setting nice. And then in theory, okay, so the gyros are working. Let's go ahead and turn on our thrusters. Good grief, we have a lot of things in here. I'm not seeing thrusters. Oh, I guess I haven't made a group for the thrusters. We'll just do this. I've been trying to name everything with MBT so I don't mix it up with other things. There we go. Now we can do them all at one time. MBT thrusters on. Good. So now, yes, we can now back up. And I actually want to get a little bit into the air, and then in theory... Oh, there we go. We're locked. Good. Let's jump in and turn off those thrusters so we're not wasting. And actually, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and set up some of this in our groups. So, okay, so this is the landing gear group. We want a switch lock capability. And here's the LG rotors. Which we're going to set for reverse, because after we take off, we want the ability to reverse those. And, oh, and actually, before we get moving too much anyway, I want to make sure that the drill pistons are locked in place. So let's go ahead and reverse those. Once they get into position, they should be in position now. It's hard to tell. I think I'll probably end up needing a camera down there, but okay, so now that's going to hold our pistons in place. That's good. Oxygen generators, we need to get those turned on. MBT oxygen on. And let's take a quick look. Okay, we're at... Why are our hydro tanks draining? Oh, good grief. Well, I reloaded the game. I want to see if this makes any difference. So we're 803.1. Turning on the oxygen generators. Okay. So it's definitely the bug because the oxygen generators are currently on and they are not draining ice. So now the next question is, can I turn on my my hydrogen tanks and see if they will fill instead of drain? I don't expect them to go fast. There we go. Okay, so now if I turn off the tanks, the oxygen generators hopefully will stop chewing through ice. Always takes a couple seconds. 795.3 seems to be holding. Okay. So yeah, I guess reloading the game did the trick there. I'm betting that turning on and off my thrusters would probably bring that bug back. So let's take a look. MBT thrusters, toggle on off, turn them on. The oxygen generators. Interesting. Don't seem to be doing anything at all. Okay. Let's see. But then again, they're not actually showing as if they're on. Interesting. Well, I'm going to turn everything off for a second because the other thing is it's filling those tanks very slowly, which I expected, but we never finished putting in all the oxygen generators here. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and I'm going to be right back. All right. So we just have some renaming to do. Interesting. Oh, I've got some of them with the lights down and some with the lights up, and I think I might want to move that spotlight at some point in time. It's a mess. I'll fix it later. Don't worry about it. All right. I'm mainly telling myself don't worry about it more than anything else. All right, oxygen generators. I need... All right. Transferring them all to me. I want to make sure that that main one is not... Yeah, it's not in the main group because I don't want it turning on and off because that's the one that I just use for my... That's that one right there that I use for my medical center, which, by the way, I need to use. If you notice, I'm at 70% health because the stupid welders increased their range. All right. Or more than that. I mean, I have the sensor set up so that the range is matching, but when I jump out of the cockpit, it takes it a second for the sensors to turn it off. So it doesn't kill me, which is nice. All right, let's see how fast this refills the tanks. Actually, shouldn't some of those have been... They should have defaulted. Some of those should have defaulted to on, right? Let's see. The new ones down here are on, but I'm betting that they don't have ice. Betting that. So let's see. No, they have ice. Oh, the tanks are off. That's why. So if I turn on the tanks, then we start... Yeah, there we go. There we go. do this, and we're going to turn this on and then, well, on. That'll force them all to on. Otherwise, if I use the hotbar, it would just toggle them so half would be on and half would be off. It would be the other half. So the question is, how fast is that going to fill? That's still pretty darn slow, but twice as fast as before. Okay, and I know we drain really fast. Okay. So now the next thing we need to do is disconnect the back. Okay, so let's follow the procedure on this. So it's going to start with closing the rear front door, and then disconnecting the connectors. Should now be disconnected. There's not really an easy way to tell that they're disconnected, but they should now be disconnected. And then, and then if I disconnect the merge blocks right now, the ship itself will tumble to the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on, let's see, we got the tanks are on, the generators are on. Let's go ahead and turn on the thrusters. So now, in theory, quick save. In theory, if we turn off the merge blocks, the ship should be held up by the thrusters. Well, we didn't tumble to the ground. So let's go see. I know we're having a little bit of magnetic force from the connectors, but shouldn't be enough to overcome that weight. So in theory, I can't move. I cannot move. Even the gyros aren't doing anything. Why? The back of the ship is landing geared to that little pillar I made. We should be able to move. Why is it never simple? Okay. So nothing's fallen apart yet. Let me check these thrusters. They're still not on. Let's go see if the ship will actually move. And we don't even have landing gear. Like, they're not pointing at the ground anymore, so that's definitely not it. Wow. Nothing whatsoever. Hydrogen tanks are full. And the ice is not dropping, which is kind of nice. Turning on and off the thrusters does not seem to do anything. Thruster override. That's doing nothing. Okay, let's turn that off because we do not want it doing horrible things. Alright, well we just had a save, so let's go find that that new landing gear. Hang on. Yeah, that new landing gear 2. If we unlock that, why is the whole ship tilting to the right? It keeps rotating to the right. Okay, how about my gyroscopes? Do I have any of them overriding? None of them are overriding. What happens if I do this? Yep, forces it to stop rotating. Weird. Why the heck are you rotating? Alright, and I still have the back of the ship on, even though there's technically nothing holding the back of the ship on. Okay. Unlock the landing gear. This save game is probably going to get tossed, so I kind of want to see. I'm going to use this as a physics test here. Not seeing those guys shaking around, so that's good. So let's go ahead and rotate these guys. Let's go see if we can gather some ice. Alright, let's go over here somewhere. We'll very carefully land. Okay. Lock the landing gear. How are we doing? Wow. Hydrogen tanks are fine. The ice reserves are disappearing like crazy. So let's go ahead and turn off the thrusters. And off the oxygen tanks. Now, in theory, I meant hydrogen tanks. All right, okay, that's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and turn on these lights. Okay. Turn on the drills. This is working. Ooh, lots of shaking. It's okay. And let's drop the outer pistons. How we doing on ice? We're gathering ice. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, so one thing I want to do is stop the pistons and the drills every once in a while. Because I don't want to get down into the rock. There's still ice down there. Look at that, 800,000. 850. That looks like rock now. Yeah, getting stone now. Alright, 880. That was 400,000 ice in a few seconds. Now we just need to lift up, move over, and get some more. So, reverse the outer pistons and turn them back on again. That is stone. Yeah, that's stone. That's stone. We just got a bunch of stone. I almost want to put a stone... I've got room for another screen. Actually, actually that's what I'll do, is I'll put a screen up here to show... Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'll do that later. Okay. That worked perfectly. Okay. Let's hop in. Turn these guys on again. Unlock the landing gear. Lift up. Move over. Maybe back a little bit. Come back down again. And maybe back a little bit more, because I'm not too confident that yeah, I'm not actually past that other pit there. There we go. Lock that one in place. Turn these guys off. Eventually, I'll probably automate that whole process, but drills on. Outer pistons go. Oh, no, 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 no. Shoot. Gotta do that in the right order. Don't turn off the drills before you turn off the pistons. $1.4 million. I'm gonna get a little bit more ice. Because I just want to make sure I have plenty. 1.9 million ice. Alright, looks like 2.4 million is probably my best bet. So, turn on. Okay. Turn on the engines before you turn off the, turn on the thrusters before you turn off the landing gear. That's the old adage. Okay. Now, I'm just need to connect up my connector. What did I just hit? Good. I hit the... Okay. That's great. It's cool. It's cool. We're all good. Oh, yeah. And then I just stuck my landing gear in the hole there. And it's okay. I drive like this in real life, too. You know. They call it driving by Braille, I believe. How much did that take? I was at 2.4. I'm now at 2.3. Okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, by the way, I added this panel here just to be able to tell what I'm getting. So when I'm gathering other stuff, it'll list that out as well. It just shows ores on the current grid. So that's the command I'm using. All right. Now, did I turn off everything I needed to turn off? Everything except for the oxygen generators. I am going to turn those off just in case that bug decides to pop up again. I don't want to come back and suddenly find I'm missing 1 million ice. All right, let's go see if I'm even anywhere close to lined up. No, not really. Oh well, I'll deal with it later. Yeah, let's see. Come on. That has to be close enough. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yellow. Lock. Turn those off. And then we should have the side connector lock. There we go. We are locked back into the base. And we have 2.2 million because we used a bunch of it. That's okay. Our extra... Oh, actually, our extra stone should have gotten automatically pulled back into the base. Let's take a look. Yep. Stone's gone. And if the base was short on ice, it would have pulled a little bit for that as well. Okay. My goodness. I've been recording for an hour, which means that I'm probably going to have trouble getting this episode down to a reasonable length, and we didn't even start on the trailer. I am the sads. Okay. Tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record 2 episodes today, and I'm going to edit this one down as far as I can. If I can get it all into one episode, like this plus working on the trailer a little bit, then you'll be seeing this as one episode, and you probably won't even hear what I'm talking about right now because I'll cut it out. But I have a feeling that I've got a full episode's worth just of this test and going and getting ice and all that kind of thing. But I promised that we would do trailer work in the next episode, and I'm excited to get to the trailer. I'm really excited to get to work on this part. This is like the most exciting part. So I am going to, if there's not enough for an episode, or sorry, if there's too much for one episode, I'm actually going to release 2 episodes on the same day. So if you're watching this on the day it came out and this is the end of the episode, go look for the other episode because there's going to be another one. And that way you still get to see the trailer, but I don't have to cut out huge portions of this episode and, skip a whole bunch of fun stuff that we did. And successful run of the drills several times over and all that kind of thing, which is always good to see. And we even flew around with the we did the whole locking mechanism is working fabulously. Several people said that wasn't going to work, but I showed you, didn't I? And it wasn't even pure luck. No, definitely not. Definitely wasn't pure luck. Okay. All right. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is probably the end of this episode, but look for another one. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Epic Tech in a few minutes, because you're just going to go watch that episode right away, right? Yeah? No? Okay. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. Tell me what I can do better. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And like I said, I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.